So the 5 lazy muscles we're constantly trying to activate and how to activate. The first muscle just happens to be the largest, the gluteus maximus. Gluteus maximus is our butt muscle and the one we sit on. Gluteus maximus is a hip extensor. And what hip extension means is that it's what pulls our leg backwards. The reason why it tends to be inhibited is because we tend to have short and tight, long quad muscles, and our hip flexors tend to be short and tight. So we want to push through our toes. It's just a bridge, but you're bridging, you want to push, concentrate through the toes, hold up there for 6 seconds, and you're really going to feel that muscle contract. Bring it back down. The second muscle that we spend a lot of time trying to activate is gluteus medius. Now, gluteus medius is also one of your butt muscles, but it's the one that's all on the side that creates that little divot. And the gluteus medius is a hip abductor, which means that its job is to lift our leg out to the side. One of my favorite exercises to give people for glute medius activation. So the muscle we're working is the leg on the outside. I need to find a wall or power rack or whatever you need. And you're gonna bring that leg up high, stand up straight as you can, and push into the wall. Don't hold on, that's not gonna help us. We need to make this muscle work to keep us up. Hold pushing for 6 seconds, bring it back down. The closer I am to the wall, the harder it is for me. Just like all these activation methods, I recommend that you perform them prior to doing whatever activity would normally cause you your problems. The third lazy muscle is the lower trapezius muscle. So the lower trapezius muscle's job is to bring our shoulder blades down and to rotate our scapula so that we can get freedom of movement for our shoulders. The reason why it's lazy is more because there's bully muscles. The upper trapezius and levator scapula always work against gravity. So we're going to do the W exercise, or I like to call them W to V's. So you're going to keep your back flat against the wall, and your hands, arms, shoulders, everything's pressed against the wall, including your head. You're going to go from this W position up as high as you can, keeping everything flat. Hold it there for 6 seconds. You'll feel it burning in between those shoulder blades. Again, do this exercise prior to doing something that you know would cause you shoulder pain. So we're now going to talk about the serratus anterior. Serratus anterior is a muscle that, so when we raise our arm up, it brings the scapula around. It looks like little fingers that are wrapped on the ribs. You can see this on someone who's really jacked, like Jeff from Athlean X. This muscle is inhibited because of the strong pec minor and the upper trapezius and the levator scapula. We're going to take a pillow that's going to be higher than the level of our head. You're going to reach back and then press into the table, keeping your abdominals tight, ribs down. This is going to move that shoulder blade around, activating that muscle. The last muscles are our deep cervical flexors. They're called the longus capitis, longus colli, and the anterior rectus capitis muscles. The reason they're inhibited is because they work against a forward head posture. And because once we get into a forward head posture, the muscles that go against the deep cervical flexors have an advantage. They have to fight gravity. So because they fight gravity, they're always active. In this case, these muscles, they're overstretched and inactive because their opposite muscles are overactive. We are going to try to tuck our chin, keeping our head down. Once you're there, hold for 6 seconds. Almost like you're trying to float your head, like maybe get like a credit card underneath it. If your head pops up like this, you're doing it incorrectly. You are going to feel muscle tension here because it's pulling on the fascia of your skull. Be gentle with this one to start. These are usually very weak on everybody. If you want further guidance on how to treat yourself at home, click the link in the bio, follow us, like us, share with your friends. Thanks, guys.